Right guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all having a good Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I'm sure you are having a good Friday. Fridays are always good, right? Fridays are always good. Yeah, yeah, it's still another roasting one. Chestnuts roasting like a hot July again. When's this weather gonna cool down? That's what I want to know. It's too damn hot. It's just too damn hot. Really is. I'm roasting now. I've got my window shut because I've got my one window open and my other window shut. The one in here I've got shut because the noise would be a distraction for me. And yeah, basically the noise will be a distraction for me. So anyway, guys, not done a lot today. Not done a lot today. Just preparation for my assessment and what else? And had a lesson, computer science lesson. So yeah, that's about all I've done. That's about all I've done really. I've gone for a few walks just to get out, to stop myself from going crazy. I've been stuck in the last few days, so I needed to get out today. Got out for a bit, but yeah, I still feel like I'm a bit, like my head ain't quite right. I don't know. I feel better than what I did do, but yeah, it's not easy when you're stuck in all the time, and yeah, you don't see a lot of people. It's not easy at all. But it is what it is. It'll all work out in the end, hopefully. Touch wood. If there's a God, it will. If there's a God, it will. And I believe there is a God. So, see me for everything I've been through so far. He's made a way for everything. Um, so yeah, I'm still here. So I think there probably is a God, to be honest. And just looking at the world and the way everything is, I think there probably is a God. And my own experiences as well. Can't help but make me think there's most likely a God, and the design of the world and stuff as well. So yeah, it's a bit scary sometimes. Like you think, what if I've got it wrong? Do you know what I mean? Then what? You think, then what? Do you know what I mean? What if I've got it all wrong and like it's all gonna go tits up somehow? Like, and what's gonna happen? Where am I gonna be? What's gonna go on? Like, does play on my mind. This stuff does. I worry sometimes that there's just the devil and the devilish system. Do you know what I mean? I worry sometimes that that's the case, but I have to believe in God because, yeah, I've seen too much and like stuff that can't be explained by science, and yeah, and he's always seen me through stuff I've been through. That's all I can say. He's always made a way through. He's kept me all this time. Do you know what I mean? I think if it was just the devil, he would have got rid of me a long time ago. So I can't help but believe. And then there's the design of the world, the way the design is. I don't believe a Big Bang created everything in the world the way it is. How there's all method behind the madness. I don't believe that the Big Bang caused all that. So all things considered, I have to believe that there's a God, a designer. I have to, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just do. I have to believe that kind of thing, and just things I've seen, like I have to believe. Things I've noticed around me and stuff, I just have to believe. Yeah, but it does play on my mind. I'm not gonna lie. I think, what if I've got it all wrong sometimes? But I just live in hope and pray, and got faith, do you know what I mean? Because of God seeing me through everything He's seen me through, I can't help but have faith, kind of thing. And things I've seen that are unexplainable by science, just I have to believe, do you know what I mean? I just do, I just have to believe. I just do. Just do. I don't believe there's any other reasoning behind it other than that there's a God and that there's angels and they've got powers. Do you know what I mean? This is everything I've experienced. Can't help but think that. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm gonna do a scripture on that note, on that semi-positive note. Oh sugar! I just ripped a page in the Bible. I didn't mean to do that. It's my nerves, I think, from all the warfare. Anyway, guys, the scripture I want to go over is Pharaoh's dreams, chapter 41. It says, when two full years had passed, Pharaoh had a dream. He was standing by the Nile. When out of the river there came up 7 cows, sleek and fat, and they grazed among the reeds. After them 7 other cows, ugly and gaunt, came out of the Nile and stood beside those on the riverbank. And the cows that were ugly and gaunt ate up the 7 sleek fat cows, and Pharaoh woke up. Then Pharaoh woke up. He fell asleep again and had a second dream. 7 ears of corn, healthy and good, were growing on a single stalk. Then after them, 7 other ears of corn sprouted, thin and scorched by the east wind. The thin ears of corn swallowed up the 7 healthy full ears. Then Pharaoh woke up. It had been a dream. In the morning his mind was troubled, so he sent for all the magicians and wise men of Egypt. Pharaoh told them Pharaoh told them his dreams, but no one could interpret them for him. Then the chief cupbearer said to Pharaoh, today I am reminded of my shortcomings. Pharaoh was once angry with his servants and he imprisoned me, and the chief baker in the house of the captain of the guard. Each of us had a dream the same night, and each dream had a meaning of its own. Now a young Hebrew was there with us, a servant of the captain of the guard. We told him our dreams, and he interpreted them for us, giving each man the interpretation of his dream. And things turned out exactly as he interpreted them to us. I was restored to my position, and the other man was impaled. So Pharaoh sent for Joseph, and he was quickly brought from the dungeon. When he had shaved and changed his clothes, he came before Pharaoh. Pharaoh said to Joseph, I had a dream, and no one can interpret it, but I have heard it said of you that when you hear a dream you can interpret it. I cannot do it, Joseph replied to Pharaoh, but God will give Pharaoh the answer he desires. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, in my dream I was standing on the bank of the Nile, when out of the river came up 7 cows, fat and sleek, and they grazed among the reeds. After them 7 other cows came up, scrawny and very ugly and lean. I had never seen such ugly cows in all the land of Egypt. The lean, ugly cows ate up the 7 fat cows that came up first. But even after they ate them, no one could tell that they had done so. They looked just as ugly as before. Then I woke up. In my dream I saw 7 ears of corn, full and good, growing on a single stalk. After them 7 other ears sprouted, withered and thin, and scorched by the east wind. The thin ears of corn swallowed up the 7 good ears. I told this to the magicians, but none of them could explain it to me. Then Joseph said to Pharaoh, the dreams of Pharaoh are one and the same. God has revealed to Pharaoh that what he is about to do. The 7 good cows are 7 years, and the 7 good ears of corn are 7 years. It is one and the same dream. The 7 lean, ugly cows that came afterwards are 7 years, and so are the 7 worthless ears of corn scorched by the east wind. They are 7 years of famine. It is just as I said to Pharaoh. God has shown Pharaoh what he is about to do. 7 years of great abundance are coming throughout the land of Egypt, but 7 years of famine will follow them. Then all the abundance in Egypt will be forgotten, and the famine will ravage the land. The abundance in the land will not be remembered, because the famine that follows it will be so severe. The reason the dream was given to Pharaoh in two forms is that the matter has been firmly decided by God, and God will do it soon. And now let Pharaoh look for a discerning and wise man and put him in charge of the land of Egypt. Let Pharaoh appoint commissioners over the land to take a fifth of the harvest of Egypt during the 7 years of abundance. They should collect all the food of these good years that are coming and store up the grain under the authority of Pharaoh to be kept in the cities for food. This food should be held in reserve and for the country to be used during the 7 years of famine that will come upon Egypt, so that the country may not be ruined by the famine. The plan seemed good to Pharaoh and to all his officials, so Pharaoh asked them, "Can we find anyone like this man, one in whom is the Spirit of God?" Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Since God has made all this known to you, there is no one so discerning and wise as you. You shall be in charge of my palace, and all my people are to submit to your orders. Only with respect to the throne will I be greater than you." Joseph in charge of Egypt. So Pharaoh said to Joseph, "I hereby put you in charge of the whole land of Egypt." Then Pharaoh took his signet ring from his finger and put it on Joseph's finger. He dressed him in robes of fine linen and put a gold chain around his neck. He made him ride in a chariot as his second in command, and people shouted before him, "Make way." Thus he put him in charge of the whole land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "I am Pharaoh, but without your word no one will lift hand or foot in all Egypt." Pharaoh gave Joseph the name Zaphenath-Paneah, and gave him Asenath, daughter of Potiphar, priest of On, to be his wife. And Joseph went throughout the land of Egypt. Joseph was 30 years old when he entered the service of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and Joseph went out from Pharaoh's presence and travelled throughout Egypt. During the 7 years of abundance, the land produced plentifully. Joseph collected all the food produced in those 7 years of abundance in Egypt and stored it in the cities. In each city he put the food grown in the fields surrounding it. Joseph stored huge quantities of grain like the sand of the sea. It was so much that he stopped keeping records because it was beyond measure. Before the years of famine came, 2 sons were born to Joseph by Asenath, daughter of Potiphar, priest of On. Joseph named his firstborn Manasseh and said, "It is because God has made me forget all my trouble and my father's household and all my father's household." The second son he named Ephraim and said, "It is because God has made me fruitful in the land of my suffering." The 7 years of abundance in Egypt came to an end, and the 7 years of famine began, just as Joseph had said. There was famine in all the other lands, but in the whole land of Egypt there was food. When all Egypt began to feel the famine, the people cried to Pharaoh for food, and then Pharaoh told all the Egyptians, "Go to Joseph and do what he tells you." When the famine had spread over the whole country, Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold grain to the Egyptians, for the famine was severe throughout Egypt, and all the world came to Egypt to buy grain from Joseph because the famine was severe everywhere. So that's the word, guys. Pharaoh's Dreams, chapter 41. talking about Joseph interpreting the dream of Pharaoh and how it was right and well, no, I don't think Joseph did. Did Joseph interpret the dream? I don't think he did actually interpret the dream. I don't think he did. I think he said God will reveal to Pharaoh the answer he desires. So but Pharaoh told Joseph his dream. And Joseph said what God's like how God's interpreted the dream kind of thing. I think that's right. Told him what God's about to do. Told him about the famine in the land, etc., and the abundance before the famine. Um, and Pharaoh said, "There's no one as discerning as Joseph," so he made him in charge of the whole of the land of Egypt. Made him second in command to Pharaoh. Second, and Pharaoh was only in charge of him because of the throne. Basically, only above him because of the throne. Like that. He gave him pretty much charge of Egypt. And he gave him a wife, Zaphanath Paneah, and gave him no, he gave not Zaphanath Paneah. Pharaoh gave Joseph the name Zaphanath Paneah and gave him Asenath, daughter of Potiphar at priest Laban, to be his wife. During the 7 years of abundance, the land produced plentifully. Joseph collected all the food produced those 7 years of abundance in Egypt and stored it in all the cities. In each city, he put the food in the fields surrounding it. There was more grain than the sand in the sea. He couldn't keep records of it, there was so much. Before the years of famine came, Joseph had two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And Manasseh was because God has made me forget all my trouble and all my father's household. That was Manasseh. That's why he called. That's why he called him that. And the second son, Ephraim, he said it's because God has made me fruitful in the land of my suffering. 7 years of abundance in Egypt came to an end, and the 7 years of famine began. Just as Joseph had said, there was famine in all the other lands, but in the whole land of Egypt there was food. So Joseph prospered, Egypt prospered, even though there was famine in the other lands. Like Egypt was okay. There was food in Egypt. When all Egypt began to feel the famine, well, they felt the famine as well. But yeah, the people cried to Pharaoh for food. And then Pharaoh told all the Egyptians, go to Joseph and do what he tells you. When the famine had spread all over the whole country, Joseph opened up all the storehouses and sold grain to the Egyptians, for the famine was severe throughout Egypt, and all the world came to Egypt to buy grain from Joseph because the famine was severe everywhere. Flipping out, Joseph really prospered then. He had that much grain that the whole world came to him to buy grain. So Joseph was blessed. Pharaoh blessed him. God blessed him. Well, yeah, God blessed him with the abundance of the land in those 7 years where the land produced plentiful there. So yeah, guys, that's the scripture. Hope you can take something from it. Hope it blessed you in some way. I hope I explained it okay. Probably read through it a bit quick with no explanation, but I often do that. I'll often read it and then explain it after by reading over it again. It's quite often how I work things out, how I do things. But yeah, that's Pharaoh's dreams, and it's chapter 41, Genesis. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's the scripture. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. I'll probably need another shower tonight, even though I had one last night. So I'm gonna have to go out and get some shower gel in a bit. I've also got to wash some clothes. Yeah, I need a drink as well. So I'm a bit dehydrated and a bit warm. So yeah. But yeah, guys, that's all I want to say for now. Gonna go for another walk as well because I'm trying to stay as trim as possible. Trying to get the weight down, kind of thing, as much as possible. Trying to become as trim as possible. Within reason, anyway. So yeah, that's all I got to say for now, guys. But that could change tomorrow. With me, I could get a brainstorm and start lifting weights again, or I could eat bad food again and put it on again. It's very up and down with me, but I'm trying to stick with eating good food now. Today I will eat good food, but I'm probably gonna have to eat out. But tomorrow, hopefully, I'm gonna order my shopping in a bit, so I can get some in for tomorrow or the day after, depending on when it's due. But yeah, definitely gonna get my food in so I can eat healthy. Definitely gonna do that. But yeah, that's all I got to say for now, guys. I think I've said everything I need to say. Not a lot happening with me. Just going out for walks a lot. Try and get a bit of size off me, and also just to get out really, because I go stir crazy looking at the four walls, kind of thing. Yeah, I'm revising and just had a lesson today, like I say, a computer science lesson, so I've done that as well. But yeah, just keeping busy doing what I'm doing for now. So I will look for a part-time job eventually, but I think right now I'm just sticking with my courses and yeah, and what I'm doing for now. I think that's the best idea right now. Maybe after I've done this course or my courses, one or the other, or both, then yeah, then I'll probably look to find a part-time job most likely. I will do. But yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, thanks for supporting the channel and me, guys. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna pray later. I'll keep you all in my prayers. Probably read a bit more of the Bible as well tonight, as I've not really got a lot to do tonight, and I need a break from studying really, because it can get a bit too much sometimes. I've been studying hard the last few days to prepare for the assessment, so it's like sometimes it gets a bit too much. Like you need a break from it. Plus the lesson as well that I've had today. Been studying too much. Like I think I had to have a break from it the other day, even though I needed to do work. I still had to have a break from it because it just got too much. Like too many days in a row of studying. So yeah, but anyway, guys, that's all I want to say for now. Um, Hope you all have a good rest of your day, and yeah, wishing you all the best. That's all I can say, guys. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. God bless. Much love. I'll be back soon. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye. Love you all, guys. Thank you. Bye.